is a Harbor Freight axe. I purchased it yesterday. And it was $12.99 as of yesterday, as of today. And what I'm going to do is show you how to modify this and make it a beautiful axe that is more comfortable to use and handle. So the main thing we're going to do is, you really don't want this coating that's on these. So a lot of axes that you buy in the store will have this lacquer like stuff on it. I don't know what it's called off the top of my head. And you can see right here, it's like hard. This stuff is just put on there so that the axe doesn't rot sitting in the store, because it might sit in a warehouse somewhere for a long period of time. I want to show you how to remove this and how to put a good coating on it and make it look good. This stuff is uncomfortable in the hand. It doesn't feel good when you use it. You're almost guaranteed to get blisters just using this. So if you've ever used an axe that you've gotten out of the store and just within a few minutes of using it, start getting blisters, this is why. This is one of the reasons. So what you're going to do is, here's some sandpaper. The sandpaper you get doesn't necessarily matter as much. It's just if you get these high numbers of sandpaper, it's going to take you a lot longer. So we're going to start with something rough, then get down to this, and we might even get to that, but I probably won't use it. But we're mainly getting something with a low number. You want to be under 100, and you're going to use this. It's rough. This is going to tear the most material off. This is semi-rough. It's going to tear less material off. So I'm going to use this to get the bulk of it, and then get over to this one. Okay, this is cheap. You may already have sandpaper at home. This axe was $12.99. The sandpaper, I believe, was like $5 a pack, and there's 10 sheets in it. Okay, so first is I want to remove this sticker. Get it out of my way. I'm removing the sticker, and I want to show, sometimes these stickers peel right off, sometimes they don't. In this application, you can use the knife, and you're going to, the thinnest layer of wood from under this is perfectly fine. You want to remove this, because if you don't get any of the gummy out from under here, when you go to use the sandpaper, it will clog up your sandpaper. It's a Kershaw. It's about $10. It's spring loaded. I love these knives. It's a good quality, cheap pocket knife. It's inexpensive to buy.
They're like a workhorse little knife.
Yeah.
Like, for sure. If I can find it on Amazon, I will leave an affiliate link in the description box for this one. It's called the Kershaw Hotwire.
Okay, so it's really important you get this off. And what it is it protects the outer layer of the wood, but it doesn't protect the inside of the handle. And plus, it's rough. Once you remove all of this, and once you start adding, I'm going to be using boiled linseed oil. There's other things out there, but I'm going to be using this. So once you add the boiled linseed oil, it will absorb it, and it will absorb it to the inside. You want to apply this boiled linseed oil once a day for a week, once a week for a month, and once a month for a year. And then once a year from there on. As long as you take care of it, maintain it, it's not getting super abused. But if you're using it all the time, if you get a chance after you do this first thing of applying it, you can apply it just whenever you feel like it. It looks like it needs it. Looks thirsty, give it something to drink, But the rule of thumb has always been once a day for a week for a month, and once a month for a year, and then once a year from there on. So, if anybody has any questions, just ask me in the comments. I'll do my best to answer it. I did the initial sanding and the burning, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch over to this grit to remove some of the burn, just to make some of it pop in other places. And the reason we do this is the burn, in my opinion, just looks beautiful on certain wood, especially when it makes the grain pop. The other reason is this char adds an extra level of protection to the axe. Okay, now, to show anybody that's curious, here's what I use for the initial sanding. I really only needed one. I ripped that, so I pulled me another one out. So, I went through 2. So if you didn't want to buy a whole pack and wanted to buy just an individual sheet, you could probably get away with 1 or 2. Okay. Now I'm just doing a light sanding here just to make some of the color pop. You should be able to see it. Do this and mess up your art and you want to redo it, just sand all the burn off and start over. Just know that you're removing some of your handle. You're going to do it so many times. I want to add this. Boiled linseed oil. This, if I didn't put it at the start, I'll put it in here now. But this stuff will absorb into the wood. When the previous lacquer stuff that was on this, it's just the outer layers protected. Over time, that will wear off, fade off, rub off as you're using it. This will too, but this stuff penetrates the wood and gets inside and protects it from the inside out and the outside in. It does both. You just got multiple layers at different times. Now, I'm not telling you what to do, but I'll wear a glove when I do this just because I don't like the feel of it. And you also want to be careful. This stuff can get on certain fabric and it can combust after a little while. So any rags or anything you use to apply this, you need to dispose of properly. Don't just throw it in your trash can. Lightly apply it. And do this in a well-ventilated area. Which, I'll be honest with you, at this moment in time, I'm not in a well-ventilated area. But I can open the door at any moment and step out when I need to. It's just the lighting's better in here than where we were. If you want more grain to pop, you just sand it a little more, burn it a little different. I'm perfectly fine with this. Char, it's not the most beautiful one I've done. And it is random. When you're picking these out, you can look at the grain. And you will find some that just look beautiful before you start this, and they will pop. I mean, they'll pop. I got some, let me see here's an example. Here is an Echo axe I got, and you can see the grain on it's completely better. You know, it popped. And here is my first Harbor Freight axe. I did this too. It's a sheath I made from scrap leather I had in a box. And my Gränsfors axe, which I do not know where it is at the moment. I think it's in my bag in the back of the truck. It's got the most beautiful handle on it. That one really popped. This one is going to be a workhorse. This one is going to go through a lot of torture testing. We're going to do a full deep review of this Harbor Freight axe. I'm going to go out and build shelters with it. I'm going to go build fires with it. I'm going to go out in the woods, cook my food. I'm going to do everything I can possibly do that requires an axe. I want to use this one, and we're going to see what it can hold up to. But just look at that. Ain't that pretty? Mm-hmm. And this is just a cheap $13 axe. You get them on sale sometimes for like $8 to $10. So here is my Harbor Freight axe. And if y'all have any tests y'all want to see with this, like I said, I mentioned where I'm taking it, what I'm planning on doing. If anyone has anything special or specific they want to see if it can do, bust wood for instance, let me know and I will apply it to it. I will torture test this. Now I'm not going to go out here and intentionally break it because someone asked me to. But I will go out here and do this. And I understand that budget for a Gränsfors axe or an Echo axe or all these other axes out here. And if this is all you can afford and you need an axe, I think this is a great axe. I mean, I won't go out here hitting metal with it or anything or be prying with it. I'm not, you know, hugely familiar with the steel. But if you respect a tool and you take care of that tool, in most situations that tool will respect you and take care of you. So take care of this, but I will torture test this. I'm just not going to intentionally like break it. But if there's anything anybody wants to see, let me know. And here's the axe. And I'm planning to go today, tomorrow, or the next day out in the woods with this and do some tests with it. And again, if there's anything else to see, let me know and I will put it to the test. But here is the beginning of it. Thanks for watching.